Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Rebel Star. Today we're going to launch our Gennaker for the very first time. It's a little bit tricky to launch the Gennaker for the first time because in normal use it's already wrapped around the torsion stay. This time the torsion stay and the Gennaker are actually separate. We have to lift them both to the top of the mast and then furl it. The Gennaker is brand new, yet to be opened. The torsion stay, this connects at the bottom on the bowsprit, this connects into here, this two strops hold the bottom of the Gennaker, this end goes to the top of the mast and the top of the Gennaker fastens on here. And as these parts are separate, launching the Gennaker for the first time is going to be a little bit difficult. I'll set up as much as I can here in the harbour, and then we'll have to go out into 6 to 8 knots of a breeze, which is perfectly ideal, and raise the Gennaker for the first time and then furl it around the torsion stay. So first job, I'll set up all the spinnaker sheets. Well, it's very bright and very hot today. It's blowing about 12 knots true wind speed, and we're out. I've picked a good an area where we've got plenty to fall off. I've set up the sheets, the tack, the head, and I've just got some sail ties around at the moment to hold it in place, and then I'll position the boat a little bit closer up to the island there so that we've got plenty of downwind run. I've set up the head. It's connected to the top of the torsion bar. So the clue is on the two sheets. The starboard sheet and the port sheet are connected to it, and the tack is connected around the furler. And the torsion line is also connected to the furler. This initial hoist is like hoisting a spinnaker, a symmetrical spinnaker, out of a bag. I have to get this head up to the top of the mast as quickly as I can and then sheet on. So I'll be doing the heliad job. Jan's going to video, and our heliad is here, so I can got a good view. We're up in position. I can turn the boat around, point downwind. One sail tie off. Two sail ties off. Now I've got to go hoist. I've been wanting to hoist our Gennaker for a long time now, ever since adding a bowsprit to our boat. The Gennaker is a great addition to our sail wardrobe and will in lighter days keep us sailing instead of motoring. Our Gennaker is 132 square meters, or 1,420 square feet. It's made by Far East Sails. It was a real pleasure dealing with Far East Sails. Their forms and online processes made it effortless. The top of our mast is 18 meters, 60 feet off the water. It took me quite a bit of effort to raise the Gennaker the last third. That looks good. I really love the bright colours. Okay, I want to furl. Oh no, it's furling at the bottom. Didn't matter how many times I tried, it kept furling at the bottom first. The hoisting actually went very well. I was quite, and the sail size and everything seemed to be fine, but the furling didn't go well. It furled from the bottom instead of furling from the top first. And that, I believe, is due to that the dyneema at the bottom was too short and it was snagging at the bottom first. This dyneema, I think, needs to be longer. I tried furling a few times, and each time I couldn't get this part far enough away from the torsion bar to furl the top first. It was furling the bottom. I'm going to make up a longer dyneema, replace the shackle with a dyneema lashing, and we'll try it again. I was very happy to get it down in one piece because I just had to keep furling from the bottom. So we ended up with a big balloon in the middle, and then we brought it down by dropping the heliad. It's now the next morning. We stayed out overnight, which was beautiful. Nice calm bay here. And I've set up the Gennaker to try again. I've just got to attach the heliad, the sheets, everything connected. The tack is connected to the furler. This is the new setup I've got. I've added some dyneema. I can extend those. I watched a couple of sailmaker setups for their furlers. Some had them very short, some had a lot longer. So we're going to try this, see how it works. I'm hoping to do this while it's still quite calm, just to make things a little bit easier. The autopilot's looking after the direction of the boat, so now I've got to unfurl. That's furl up. That's unfurl. Come on. Yeah. That's working fine. See how it filled the bottom first before? Okay, it's free. That looks nice. So we'll see how we go. Get that out of my way. I'm going to use the top line to fill. Well, the bottom's going round.
I didn't expect that. We're running out of wind, or the wind direction is changing. We need to bear off. It's better. I see it started furling the other half.
On our boat I've set up the furling lines next to the starboard winch. This makes it convenient for one person to furl and unfurl on the port tack. If we're on a starboard tack with the Gennaker on the port side, it's going to take two people to furl the Gennaker. One to work the furling line and one to work the port winch. With this model of furler, you have to keep tension on the furling lines, otherwise if it's furled, it can unfurl by itself. The first third of the Gennaker needs to be unfurled in a controlled manner so that you don't get what's called a reverse wrap. That's where it wraps up when it's supposed to be unwrapping. Once you've controlled the first third of the unwrapping, you can let the furler freewheel. During furling, you can never let the tension off the furler, otherwise it'll freewheel back out.
I don't like that flapping like that, but whoa, there's a lot more pulling than I expected. Ah, tiring. Well, practice run number 4. We'll see how we go on this one. Bit more wind now, 10 knots. Okay, let's go. That worked well. Good. Just hoisting a bit deeper.
Time for a break to visit Jan on the foredeck, who've been patiently videoing all the furling attempts. I found it a little easier to furl the Gennaker if you pre-tension the furler by spinning it 20 or so times, and then once you release the sheet it automatically wraps the top of the spinnaker. It was taking 2 minutes to furl in the Gennaker. Furl out was only taking 30 seconds. That was our last furl for the day. We packed everything away and headed to a local island to spend the afternoon at the beach. I think I'll get a bag made up that clips to the railing so that I can lower the Gennaker directly into the bag and pack it away all in one operation. This island is called Round Island. It's popular with boaties because it's got deep water access and it's good for swimming with a nice sandy beach. We're back in the marina now after a fun day where we must have launched and retrieved the Gennaker more than 10 times. And my Dyneema extensions worked perfectly. So now I'll change this to Dyneema soft shackle. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And please subscribe if you haven't already, and watch one of these videos, please. Thank you.